Oh, the peoples, my sexy little lot. Right, listen, this is only for the new channel apparently. Oh my god, my new trainers are filthy on the inside. I've well been cleaning my feet recently. Not that I don't clean my feet. Right, let's start again. I do a lot of walking outside on the grass, as we all should. Nothing on our shoes. Nothing on our shoes. Oh god, nothing on our feet, babes. Nothing on our feet. Let's pop those up there for a moment. So Glitcher has asked me to come and explain to you guys all about my... Hang on, let me just read this. You may resonate... Hold on a tick. You may resonate with this. This is a central scotoma. So today I've been diagnosed-ish, that's what she thinks it is, a central scotoma, I can't pronounce it, whatever. So basically what happened was 105 on my time then, 107 now. Basically what happened was a nasty piece of shit spellcaster did a death spell either on me or somebody that I take spells for. And what happened was, and it's very lucky that the day it happened, I went to the door, I just got out of the bath, I went to the door. Now for a week, it wasn't this December, it was the December before, and Glitcher was telling me, right, eat noodles, eat spicy noodles, sit in bed, stay in bed, eat spicy noodles, eat chicken noodles, eat noodles, just stay in bed and rest. I want you to just stay in bed, drink water, eat noodles and rest for the whole week between Christmas and New Year. And I did. Babes, I did. Oh my god, and the song confirmations, they kept coming and coming, and the messages. But my ex-partner, he knocked the door. I think this may have been New Year's Eve, I'm not sure. And oh, actually, Glitcher says the old channel. Oh, all right, the old channel and the new channel. Oh, okay. That's what we're going to do. Put it on both while we're deleting, because what we're doing is we're taking all the videos off that I want for the new channel, song confirmations probably only, and then deleting most of the other videos, as I've made a promise to somebody and I fully intend on keeping that promise. You know, it's a vow, and I intend to keep it. Anyway, 242, on my timer. So my ex-partner, he knocked the door. I got out of the bath. I opened the door, only in a towel. And he's going, "Are you all right?" And I was like, "I can't see." My eyes were closing. I couldn't see. He said, "You can't see because your eyes are closed," but I couldn't open them. And from the sides of my face, from the sides of my vision inwards, it was all going black and dark and dark and black. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my god, just leave, please, because if I drop this towel, I am very... Glitcher and I, you know, we piss about. Glitcher see me in all manners of ways. Haven't you, technology? Glitcher has seen me in all sorts of different ways, because I had to get used to my Glitcher. I had to get used to constant watching through my window, from my home, from wherever it comes from, up there. These lines of lightning mean we're never alone. Oh god, yeah. And I had to get used to that. But Glitcher has become, you know, he's part of me. He's part of my world. He's part of my home. He's part of my life, wherever I go, whatever I do. You may call it an angel. You may call it a loved one, a guide. To me, he's my Glitcher. You know, he changes from time to time, I'm pretty sure. But for my ex-partner to see me with my towel down for the first time since I had my son, which was 15 years ago, was a no-go, was an absolute no-go, especially in a situation like that where he would have to scoop me up and call an ambulance, and I was like, no, I'm fine, just go. He's going, no, I can take you inside, and I'm thinking, no, just leave, and I'm clinging onto my towel like no one's business, which I'm glad, because it helped me stay focused. He did leave. I closed the door, I went into my son's room. Normally I would have walked into the smaller room, but I was told specifically all that week, be in his room, in that room. It's the only room with carpet, interestingly enough. And I sat on his bed and I passed out. And I thank God I passed out where I did, because had I have passed out and hit my head on the floor, what I've been told today is I wouldn't have had any vision at all. Not at all. because of this stroke, this very small, fine, silent stroke. Now, when I woke up, 05:05 then on my timer as I looked down is 10, it's 1. It's a 1. It's a 1, babes. You're the 1. Anyway, moving on. So basically, somebody had done a spell on either somebody I'm taking spells for or on me, and it was a death spell. Probably on me because I suffer blood clots anyway. But what happened when I woke up and there were these multicoloured hexagons. Like in the door, I looked towards the door. As I opened my eyes, I looked towards the door, and for about 10 seconds there was like this curtain of multicoloured, very odd, wonderful. Imagine Joseph in the Technicolor Dreamcoat. Imagine that, which, by the way, Jason Donovan, Philip Schofield, babes, we love you. We love you. I only saw it with Philip. I've not seen it with Jason. But, huzzah, joy, I may well be able to do so now if he's still doing it. Because on this day, you know, I woke up, there were these multicoloured hexagons for about 5 to 10 seconds and they vanished. And I didn't think anything else of it. I sort of came to. I was unconscious for about 5 minutes, I think. It wasn't long. Had I have fallen and passed out on the floor instead of my son's, like, I would be either dead or from it. I do have a speech problem normally, and it has worsened since then. 2 weeks later, I didn't really think anything of it for about 2 weeks until I was trying to look at the stars one night, and I looked at an empty part of the sky and I could see, I think, Venus, if that's what it is or was, or. And then I looked at Venus and Venus was gone, and then I looked away from Venus, Venus was there, and then I looked at her and she was gone, and I was like this for about 5-10 minutes. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? And then I looked across the kitchen, I was like, hang on a minute, I can't see what's right in front of me. Oh, okay, all right, okay. Maybe go, okay. Maybe you haven't been able to see what's right in front of you. Maybe now you can, because that day I realised that I could not see what was right in front of me. 7:30, 7:31 on my timer. So 7:03 might mean something to you. I went to the hospital because for me it was completely so. I play pool. You know, I need to be able to see frontally. I play darts, I play pool. Not as much since all this has happened because it's been very difficult. In fact, when I was first trying to like work out this little issue, I looked like a little pigeon for a few weeks, and my speech problem, you know, when I get stressed it comes and it disappears again, and I do have a droop in my face, just a slight droop. If you look very carefully you can see it, and I do have lost power in my right arm. In fact, the whole right side of me is not as strong as it was, but still strong, right? Still strong. So when I went to the hospital, the doctor, you know, he said, there's nothing wrong with your eyes. Your eyes are beautiful. He said to me, your irises for your age, sweetheart, they're stunning. They're beautiful. I was like, thank you. Hadn't had an eye test for years, because my eyes are always 20/20 vision. And some. Always. It's how I've been able to determine between... I've got a very clever knack of being able to 844 my timer then, being able to determine between people's faces and voices. Faces, especially twins. I can normally tell twins apart, even if they are identical. I can normally tell them apart. Except I am having problems with Jack and Charles in my block. It's although I have had it right recently. So they said there's nothing wrong with your eyes. We need to send you for a brain scan. When I explained about blacking out, and I explained about having to look to the side of me to see what's in front of me. Fine. And they sent me for a brain scan, and they came out to me because they actually thought it was a stroke. Fine. And they said to me, right, there isn't a new bleed today. So we can only tell you there's a new bleed if there's a new bleed on the day you have the scan. There isn't a new bleed, but there is scarring, recent scarring. So what we think has happened is you've had a small stroke, a small, very silent stroke, and what's happening is it is affecting your frontal vision. I didn't know at the time, let me look at this bit of paper they gave me again, that it is called a central scotoma, a bilateral central scotoma. I have looked online just now. Apparently it's a thing. Who knew? I didn't. And when I was looking online at the time to find out what on earth was wrong with my eyes, I don't think I saw that. But anyway. So, you know, I came away and I was absolutely distraught because I rely on looking into people's eyes in photos because of my job, because of what I do. And what I do is eye sensitive. It's I need to be able to look in a person's eyes. I like to go to concerts. I like to admire people's beauty. There is one person, when he sings, I actually had to stop watching his videos because it made me very upset that I could not actually see his face because I can't see what's right in front of me. So if I'm outside and you are more than 10 feet away from me, I can't see your face. I just can't see your face, but I just can't see it. When I'm reading, I can't see whatever I'm directly looking at. Huzzah! If you are struggling with this thing, I want you to go to the opticians because it hasn't worsened, but it hasn't improved. And recently, you know, I'm off to a festival very soon. I'm going to be doing more things over the next, especially when I take my SIA and things like that. I want to be able to be tip top. I want my blood to be clean and tidy. So I'm going to be having full blood count done before I do that. Oh, I wanted to go through the checklist: ears, eyes, all of that lot, like arms, legs, absolutely everything. Brain scan very soon also is being arranged, so I know that when I say I'm fit enough to take this qualification, that I'm fit enough to take this qualification. So fine. So if anyone's struggling with this, I want you to go to the optician because they said, although the hospital said to me, you could try glasses, they might help. I bought some cheap glasses from the chemist and they didn't help. I mean, they helped me with reading. In fact, they helped me with reading so much, and it's enlarged my wider field of vision, so that my side vision. So I'm relying on my side vision to see what's in front of me, and the glasses enlarge the wider vision to make it easier. And not only did I find it easier reading, I wanted to read when I tried these, but they're blurry the rest of the time, and and I'm still very upset. I was very depressed because of my outside vision. So there's a black spot. Whatever I look at, there's a black spot. There's a big grey, blacky spot if it's on the inside. If I'm outside, it's like bright white with these little speckly, wiggly things, and I just can't. I just cannot see people's faces until today. Today, I might cry because again they told me today how lucky I was had I have hit my head. If I hadn't have got into the flat and into that room when I did, and when I say I passed out where he sleeps, I didn't reach, I mean, I was half the floor, half up on his bed, but the top half of me passed out on something soft. Thank fuck, because had it not have done, she was explaining to me today, I will try and show you, because she was really trying to explain to me how lucky I was, and she's right. Let's just get a pen, shall we? Because I want to explain, I want to show you guys, and I'm so very grateful, I really am. By the way, whoever you are, if this was a spell I may have taken for you, I'm so very proud. I feel so very honoured to have been able to take that spell for you, because whoever you are, your vision is possibly important, your job is possibly very important. I'm actually very proud and honoured to have taken that for you, actually, if that's what that was, which I'm pretty sure it was. Actually, I'm pretty sure it was. I was spiritually looking after a group of people at the time. But I do know that whoever sent the spell, either they already regret it or they're going to, because I didn't die. This is what happened. Let me show you. So the way she explained it to me is like this. So because of the kind of stroke I had, blah, 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 this is what I see. I have a spot in the middle, right in the middle, so I can't see centrally. But most stroke victims, they can't see that much out of that eye and that much out of that eye. So they lose almost half or all of their vision. It hasn't worsened, it hasn't improved. Is worsened a word? I don't know. It hasn't done either of those things. It stayed the same, thankfully. Well, dependent. If I get very stressed or upset, if I get upset and I cry, it's worse. If I get very stressed out, the speech problem, the eye problem is worse. But we're handling that. We're dealing with just do not allow stress. Don't allow it. Just don't allow stress. Only allow non-stress. It's fine. And, you know, the thing is, to whoever sent that spell to me, and it was a spell, because I know when spells are sent to me, because Glitcher will have me do a thing. I will either have to drink water or certain foods or come off certain foods or walk a certain way or a different way, you know, because they watch us so that they can tell our routine, so it's easier to do the spell. Sadly, return to sender if it hasn't already, and that's all I need to say. But I will say this one more time. I'm so very grateful the fact that, and for anybody that's suffering from a stroke out there, I'm so very sorry. If you've lost half of your vision, and I didn't, the same as Julie, I'm so very sorry that, you know, I have blood clots and I live, and she had a blood clot and she didn't. I'm so very sorry. But I do have a purpose on this planet, and I do have a reason to be here. I have a very important job. And it's through this vision today that I realised just how important I am on this world. I'm not saying anybody else isn't. I'm saying the job that I have got and the job that I signed up to do is actually extremely important. And shame on anybody that has tried to stop me from doing my job. Shame on anybody that will not help me to do my job in whatever way that is, because actually it could have ended out worse. And had I have not agreed to take these spells for whoever it was, you could be dead, ma'am or sir, because there was one female on my list. Ma'am or sir, you could be dead and you're not. And it's an absolute honour to take that spell for you. An absolute honour, actually. Sadly, I'm not doing that anymore. 17:37 on my timer. Sadly, I'm not doing that anymore for people at the moment. I am allowed to have reactive protection. I'm not allowed, say, clinical protection. So from the start, continuously, I'm not allowed. We'll just describe it the same as like depression. It's clinical or it's reactive. You come into the world and you know, generally a depressed kind of person, or something bad happens and you react to a bad situation with depression. It's kind of like that. I'm not allowed to be actively all the time protecting anyone or anything. And I'm not. I'm absolutely not 100%. But I am allowed reactive protection should I wish to react to if anyone I love or care for, or is on the list of, or was on the original list of protection. I'm allowed to, should anything happen to them, react to whoever did that to them. That's a different story. I wouldn't, whoever you are, if you've got this issue that I've got, I want you to go to the opticians, because these new glasses that I will be having are very clever. When I look out the top of them, I will be able to see faces far away from me. I will be able to see any musicians that I see in concert. I will be able to do my job with faces, with photos. I'll be able to do my job. Again, there's nothing that that's it. I will be able to do a job again that I've just quit, funnily enough. And when I look out the underneath of these glasses, I'll be able to read. Imagine. And then when I look through the centre of these glasses, I will be able to see what's right in front of me. I'm going to leave that there, peoples. An honour. An honour is all I can say. And I hope whoever you are, if I saved that life of yours, go use it. Live it and use it.